situation has just got drastically worse. There's been a severe drought over the last 4 years. They haven't had decent rain. There's an expression in Malagasy called kere, and kere means empty stomach. And you meet people, you meet elders, you meet women, you meet very small children who are underweight, undernourished. And it's that terrible, heart-wrenching image of children with very swollen, very large bellies, very light-colored hair, and they are just silenced by this hunger. The children who you would think are tiny, maybe 2 or 3 years old, are actually a lot older than you think. And when you talk to them, you're absolutely shocked when they say they're 8 or 10 or 12 years old.
Ai, ni mate terena ere. Ni mate ti vali con tesaze. Si farà ede no peta. Le si tanti ai de tira che tarune ti cosanga le sasanga le sambai.
Somebody told me while I was in country, which I thought was interesting, if you give them a spade or a hoe to farm with, what's the point when they don't even have the energy to hold it up?
We're seeing a big increase in air temperatures and the ability of the atmosphere to draw moisture from the land. And what is almost certainly happening is that as climate change is increasing year after year, month after month, that warming in the atmosphere is drawing more moisture from the land, decreasing vegetation, making it harder to grow crops, desiccating the land. And this is something that we're experiencing right now in the Western United States, right? It's something that we see kind of all over the world.
A deadly famine has been devastating for the south of Madagascar, the first country in the world to experience such conditions due to climate change. It has been brought on by years of persistent drought, and the current situation is so bad that they have to beg and eat food scraps from the market, sometimes even leather offcuts given to them by sandal makers. Take a look at our next report.
It hasn't rained for 3 years in this remote part of southern Madagascar. Villagers have no crops. Humanitarian workers have little access. Bandits plunder what's left. When the first load of food aid finally got through in March last year, it was too late. 150 people had already died of hunger. Sinazi was almost one of them. Local officials scraped together some help for her and her 8 children.
We were really helpless, like skeletons. We couldn't even walk anymore. We could have collapsed just by tripping on a twig. My children cry, they cry so much, with all their hearts, with all their strength. This one has already fainted from crying so much.
Then there are the rural gangs. Sinazi's family lost nearly everything in repeated raids. Her daughter dresses in an old rice sack. They also use it as a bed.
At night, I sleep here. I crawl inside here. I do it like this, and I sleep here. I'm cold, and I curl up. The bag takes away the pain. If I slept directly on the floor without this bag, it would hurt.
Basic rights are a distant dream here. A safe home, clean clothes, a meal. The family scavenges in the forest to supplement the food handouts.
We eat wild roots, but we are not able to cook them. We put them in the pot, we cover them with water, but it stays raw. The roots are always hard. We eat them, but it doesn't fill us up. My stomach hurts. I have diarrhea. When I go to the toilet, my stools are yellow, and sometimes there is blood. I would like a blanket, clothes, and sandals, but most of all, I would like to eat.
Madagascar is the first country to experience famine caused by climate change, according to the UN. Hundreds of environmental migrants take shelter here in the regional capital, Abomvombe.
5 children and 3 women died. That's what I saw with my own eyes. They died of hunger.
Some are now resorting to drastic measures. They eat scraps of boiled leather picked up from the local shoemaker.
This is how we do it. Like this. Look, we scrape it like this. Then we do this. But my knife is not that sharp. Move so you don't get hurt. Move out of the way. We cut it like this. But this is impossible to cut because it's hard as wood. You think we throw this away? Once it's boiled, we'll eat it straight away because we're so hungry.
But the shoemakers face the same grim reality.
We eat it as well. We cook it if we don't make any money, if no one is buying.
The government will build roads and a pipeline and bring in clean water, part of 140 projects to help the region get back on its feet.
Monsieur le Président Radziwiłł a donné au ministre 3, 6.
President Radziwiłł has given the ministers 3, 6, 12 and 18-month targets to get results. He absolutely wants these projects to have a real impact on people within 18 months.
Soit un réel impact pour cette population. Donc, bien évidemment,
of course, we're talking about roads. We must consider the delays in road construction. We're talking about a pipeline. So that obviously is a big project that will start in January.
Effectivement, c'est un gros projet donc, qui démarrera en janvier.
Meanwhile, the World Food Programme is running out of money to help. It still needs $78 million to get through the next lean season, which starts in October.